Hi guys, quickly before we do start the video, I want to say thank you to all of you who participated in this video and have made this video possible. Without you, I don't know what I would do. Hopefully, guys, you understand the concept of what I was getting at, and for those of you guys who did not vote, hopefully you guys may be interested in voting in another timeline, and maybe we'll be able to keep this going as a little tradition. So it's a really interesting video. It's really cool because what had happened was what I allowed my subscribers, you guys, for those of you who voted, to vote in a Google poll that I put out in a survey. And what I would do is I would take that data and whatever it came out to that was 50-50, and I didn't know who the winner was going to be, I would act the Uno cards, the tarot cards, or the Uno, or I do both together, and I will have them as the deciding winner for that specific state. So oftentimes at the end of the project, I didn't even know who was going to be victorious. I didn't know if it was going to be the Democrat or the Republican, but nonetheless, it was a wonderful journey. It was really fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. It's very informative. It can also show you a lot about and tell you a lot about our world and the way we live in. And yeah, what's really cool about it as well is the Earth timeline that I ended up channeling in that video was Earth timeline 365. Yep. And our timeline is 331. That is our timeline number, which means that we have kind of like almost like a 30 timeline difference, which means there are going to be some sort of difference between our reality and their reality. So you may hear me say things that doesn't really make any sense or whatnot, but that is because it took place in that timeline and not here. So think of it as you're watching another movie or TV show, but you're watching it as if it was actually occurring in this reality. So what I recommend you do to really get the full experience is grab a popcorn, soda, candy. You can even grab your own dinner and just watch this. You can watch it in segments as time goes on, and I guarantee you this is the video that keeps on giving. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think of today's video. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Presidential election night in America. We have President Joe Biden with his running mate Kamala Harris versus Donald John Trump, the former president of the United States, with his running mate Nikki Haley. We have breaking news coming out of TNN right now. It's 6:46 p.m. on the Eastern Standard Coast. We have Biden expected to make a big announcement. We currently have Biden meeting with Pete Buttigieg. We don't know exactly what is going on, but we can say that there are some rumors that he might be replacing Kamala Harris as vice president. We have Merrick Garland. Breaking news, Merrick Garland has decided and announced to the public that he may disqualify Donald Trump from the presidential race. We'll keep you updated as the night goes on and whether or not Donald Trump will even be in the race going forward. We don't know exactly what is going on, but we can say that Congress is currently in meeting right now or in session, and that potentially there are some Republicans like Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio making their statement to the Republican Congress to elect them as the new replacement for the political party in this election. So we'll let you know who will be on the ticket replacing Donald Trump if he were to be replaced. Currently, the polls have not closed. There are 10 minutes before poll closing. It is currently 6:50 Eastern Time on the East Coast. We have Senator Josh Hawley is making his case to the Republican Congress to pick him as their replacement if Donald Trump was to be removed from the race. The polls have not yet closed. We have 5 minutes to poll closing. It is currently 6:55 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. We have breaking news. Americans are turning out in higher numbers than in 2020. So we are expecting high turnout among ages between 18 and 42. And Biden's job approval currently stands at 43%. It is currently 6:58 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, and the polls will be closing in 2 minutes. In order to become president of the United States, here is the Electoral College map. You need 270 in order to become elected as president of the United States. We have current President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump, and they both currently stand at 0 electoral votes. They need 270 to win. It is currently 7 p.m. on poll closing in the state of Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, Georgia, Vermont, and Virginia. The polls have closed in all these states. In the state of Indiana, with an 11 electoral vote, we can clearly project that Donald Trump will win Indiana's 11 electoral vote with 43% of all precincts reporting. When it's all said and done and all the voting counted, Donald Trump is expected to win Indiana's 11 electoral votes. In the state of Kentucky, with its 8 electoral votes, Donald Trump is the projected winner. In the state of Kentucky, with its 8 electoral vote, it is currently 32% of all precinct reporting. When it's all said and done, Donald Trump is expected to win here in the state of Kentucky. In the state of Virginia, it is too early to call with its 13 electoral votes at stake. We have current President Joe Biden in the lead here with 69.3% to Donald Trump 30.7%. 12% of all precincts are reporting in the state of Virginia. It is too early to call, not too close to call. In the state of Georgia, with its 16 electoral votes at stake here, we have current President Joe Biden narrowly in the lead here with 49.2% to Donald John Trump 47.8%. The state is too early to call, with 13% of all precinct reporting in the state of Georgia. In the state of Vermont, when all the voting is finished counted, we can clearly project that the state of Vermont 3 electoral votes will go to President Joe Biden. 45% of all precincts are reported in the state of Vermont. In the state of South Carolina, with its 9 electoral votes, it is too early to call. Donald Trump in ahead here by 88.8% to Biden's 11%. Donald Trump is in the lead here with 8% of all precincts reporting out of the state of South Carolina. Here is the current electoral college map with President Joe Biden at 3 electoral votes to Donald Trump 19 electoral votes. Donald Trump is currently in the lead here with 270 needed to become President of the United States. It is currently 7:30 p.m. poll closings here on the East Coast. In the state of Ohio, West Virginia, and North Carolina, the polls will be closing. In the state of Ohio, it is too early to call. President Joe Biden currently in the lead here with 63%, to Donald John Trump 35%, with 26% of all precincts reporting. Ohio's 17 electoral votes currently at stake. In the state of West Virginia, with its 4 electoral votes, Donald Trump is projected to win here in Virginia when all the votes are finished counting. It is currently 43% of all precincts reported in West Virginia. Donald Trump is the winner in West Virginia. In the state of North Carolina, with a 16 electoral vote, it is too early to call with Donald John Trump in the lead here with 55.1% to President Joe Biden 42%, with 16% of all precincts reporting. In the state of South Carolina, with its 9 electoral votes, we can clearly say here that Donald Trump has won the state of South Carolina with 30% of all precincts reporting. Donald Trump is the winner here in South Carolina. Current map right now currently stands at 3 for Joe Biden and 32 for Donald John Trump. You need 270 to become President-elect of the United States. Here's the national popular vote. Joe Biden is trailing Donald Trump. Trump is in the lead right now with 62% to 37% in terms of the popular vote. It is 4% of all precincts reporting nationwide. It is expected to tick up as the night goes on. House of Representatives, we have 1 House seat for the Democrats and 18 House seats for the Republicans. It is expected to either change hands or continue another Republican trend forward after the 2022 loss for the Democrats. We have 12% of all precincts reporting. The House of Representatives is up for grabs. Here we have the United States U.S. Senate. We have no 2024 election. That means that there are no elections during this cycle. But within the gray area, it points to the fact that those Senate seats are up for grabs. We currently have the Democrats standing at 31 seats to the Republicans 38. Currently, the Republicans are in ahead in all Senate seats. It is 8 p.m. poll closing. We're in the state of Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Mississippi, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Florida, Illinois, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, and Oklahoma. Again, this is the 8 p.m. poll closing. We have a lot of states to call. Vote with 45% of all precincts reporting from the Maine 1st Congressional District. Joe Biden will win their 1 electoral vote. In Maine, overall, 2 electoral votes. The state overall is too early to call, with Donald Trump in the lead here with 52.3%, to President Joe Biden 47.5%, with 36% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Maine, it is too early to call. In the state of New Hampshire, with 4 electoral votes at stake, we're currently projecting that Donald Trump is currently ahead with 57.3% to President Joe Biden 42%. The state is too early to call, with 8% of all precincts reporting in the state of New Hampshire. We could clearly project here in the state of Massachusetts with 11 electoral votes, President Joe Biden will win the state of Massachusetts 11 electoral votes when all the votes are counted, with 33% of all precincts reported in the state of Massachusetts. In the state of Connecticut, with a 7 electoral votes, President Joe Biden will win the state of Connecticut 7 electoral votes, with 42% of all precincts reported. We can clearly project that in the state of Rhode Island, when it's 4 electoral votes, we can clearly project that President Joe Biden will win the state of Rhode Island 4 electoral votes when all the votes are finished counting. In the state of Pennsylvania, with its 19 electoral votes at stake, we can clearly project that the state is too early to call, with Donald Trump currently ahead with 82% to Joe Biden's 18%. We currently have 3% of all precincts reporting in the state of Pennsylvania. We're going to watch the state as it goes throughout the night. It's going to be a hotly contested race. In the state of New Jersey, we can clearly project that President Joe Biden will win the state of New Jersey 14 electoral votes, with 24% of all precincts reporting in the state of New Jersey. In the state of Mississippi, with a 6th electoral vote, we can clearly project that Donald Trump will win the state of Mississippi's 6th electoral vote, with 21% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Delaware, with 3 electoral votes, Joe Biden will win the Delaware's 3 electoral votes, with 31% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Maryland, with its 10 electoral votes, we can clearly project that Joe Biden will win the state of Maryland with 18% of all precincts reported when all the votes counted. We are expecting Biden to win here in the state of Maryland. In the state of Washington, D.C., or the District of Washington, D.C., we're projecting 3 electoral votes to President Joe Biden. Joe Biden won here by a landslide last election cycle. We're expecting him to do the same here. We have the state of Florida with its 30 electoral votes at stake. It is too early to call in the state, with currently Donald Trump is currently in the lead here with 74% to 25.6% to Joe Biden, with 4% of all precincts reported in the state of Florida. The state is too early to call, and we cannot make a projection at this time. In the state of Illinois, with its 19 electoral votes, we can clearly project that the state of Illinois will go to Joe Biden, with 13% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Tennessee, with its 11 electoral votes, we can clearly project that Donald Trump will win the state of Tennessee when all the voting and counting is done, with 19% of all precincts currently reporting. In the state of Alabama, with its 9 electoral votes, we are projecting that Donald Trump will carry Alabama's 9 electoral votes, with 26% of all precincts reporting in the state of Alabama. We're projecting that when everything is done, finished counting, that Donald Trump will be the victor here in the state of Alabama. In the state of Missouri, we can clearly project that Donald John Trump will carry the state of Missouri with its 10 electoral votes, a former bellwether state, with 28% of all precincts reported in the state of Missouri. We have the state of Oklahoma with its 7 electoral votes, with Donald Trump the winner in Oklahoma, with 7 electoral votes at stake here. We have 45% of all precincts reported in the state of Oklahoma is going to go to Donald Trump. Here's the map to the road to 270. Joe Biden is currently even with Donald Trump in the electoral vote count, but we have a lot of states to go through for the rest of the night. Currently, it is 270 to win to become president of the United States. Here's the current national popular vote. Joe Biden is now ahead, and Donald Trump is trailing Joe Biden. Joe Biden is ahead in the popular vote by 67% to 32%, with 14% of all precincts reporting. We are on the clock here with 8:30 p.m. poll closing in the state of Arkansas. We can clearly project it in the state of Arkansas with 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump will carry Arkansas 6 electoral votes with 39% of all precincts reporting. In the Maine 2nd Congressional District, we can project 1 electoral vote to Donald John Trump. Donald Trump has won this congressional district 3 times in a row so far, continuing the cycle for Republican hold in Maine's 2nd Congressional District in Maine, with 53% of all precincts reporting. Here is the current electoral college map. Donald Trump is currently ahead 82 electoral votes, with Joe Biden 75 electoral votes. Here at the House of Representatives, currently as it stands right now, we have Republicans in ahead. It was 67 House seats to the Democrats, 45 House seats, with 23% of all precincts reporting. United States Senate, we have 38 Senate seats for the Democrats and 41 Senate seats for the Republicans. So far, the Republicans have been able to gain 3 Senate seats, while the Democrats were able to gain 7. With 26% of all precincts reporting, who will maintain control of the U.S. Senate or who will flip it back in their category. 51 is needed for control of the United States Senate. We are now 9 p.m. on poll close on the Eastern Coast. In the state of New York, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Louisiana, Texas, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. In the state of New York, with his 29 electoral votes, President Joe Biden will win the state of New York with his 29 electoral votes. We will clearly project that Joe Biden, when it's all said and done, will carry the state of New York, with 33% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Michigan, with his 15 electoral votes at stake, Joe Biden is currently in the lead here with 52.3% to Donald Trump's 46%. The state is very close, and it's too early to call before we can make a clear projection. The state is 16% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Wisconsin, it's too early to call with 10 electoral votes at stake. Joe Biden is trailing Donald Trump with 48.9% to Joe Biden's 46.3%. The 13% of all precincts reported in the state of Wisconsin. In the state of Minnesota, with its 10 electoral votes at stake here, the state is too early to call, with Joe Biden currently in the lead here with 55.2% to Donald Trump 43.8%, with 19% of all precincts reporting. Again, Joe Biden is currently in the lead here in the state of Minnesota with his 10 electoral votes. We have breaking news coming out. Republicans have chosen Senator Hawley or Josh Hawley as Donald Trump's replacement. The DOJ decided to remove Donald Trump from this race. We can clearly project that the 2020 Biden states are too early to call. Biden has won the state of New York, and Hawley will replace Donald Trump if he is disqualified. It is currently 9:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. Currently, President Joe Biden stands at 103 electoral votes, Donald Trump 82 electoral votes. In the state of North Dakota, we can clearly project that Donald Trump would carry the 3 electoral votes with 48% of all precincts reporting. In the state of South Dakota, with 3 electoral votes, we can project that Donald Trump will carry South Dakota's 3 electoral votes with 49% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Nebraska, with its 4 electoral votes at stake, we can clearly project that Donald Trump will carry Nebraska's 4 electoral votes out of 5, with 54% of all precincts reported. Donald Trump will carry the state of Nebraska's 4 electoral votes. In Nebraska's 2nd congressional district, with 1 electoral vote at stake here, it is too close to call, with Donald Trump ahead with 50.2% to President Joe Biden 49.8%, with 62% of all precincts reporting. Currently, Donald Trump is in the lead here in the state of Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. With 52% of all precincts reporting, Donald Trump will win the state of Kansas with his 6 electoral votes. In the state of Louisiana, with 8 electoral votes, President Donald Trump is the projected winner here in the state of Louisiana, with 46% of all precincts reporting. Donald Trump will carry the state of Louisiana. In the state of Texas, with 40 electoral votes currently at stake, President Joe Biden is trailing Donald Trump with 53.6% to current President 46.4% for President Joe Biden. The state of Texas is too early to call, with 27% of all precincts reporting. Donald Trump is currently ahead. In the state of Wyoming, with 3 electoral votes, President Donald Trump is the current winner. In the state of Wyoming, he is the projected winner. He is expected to win tonight in the state of Wyoming, with 13% of all precincts reported in the state of Wyoming. For the state of New Hampshire, with his 4 electoral votes, we can clearly project that Joe Biden is currently leading in the state of New Hampshire right now with 55% to Donald Trump's 44%, with 65% of all precincts reported in the state of New Hampshire. We can clearly now project that New Hampshire will be won by President Joe Biden with 77% of all precincts reported, with 4 electoral votes at stake. Donald Trump has lost the state of New Hampshire. He tried to go there and try to win them over. He had not been able to do it for the last 3 presidential election cycles. He would not be able to do it again. Joe Biden will win the state of New Hampshire for electoral votes when all the vote is finished counting. In the state of Colorado, it was too early to call with former President Donald Trump ahead with 52.3% to President Joe Biden 47.5%. With 10 electoral votes at stake, with 29% of all precincts reported in the state of Colorado, it is too early to call. With 5 electoral votes at stake, it is too early to call in the state of Mexico with 47.4% to 47.6%. Donald Trump is currently leading in the state of New Mexico with 30% of all precincts reported in the state of New Mexico with 5 electoral votes at stake. In the state of Arizona, where there's 11 electoral votes, current President Joe Biden in the lead with 49.2%. The state is too early to call with 23% of all precincts reporting. Donald Trump is trailing behind by 48.7%. Arizona's 11 electoral votes, too early to call. Here's the current map to Road to 270. Donald Trump is currently in the lead in electoral vote count with 109 electoral votes to President Joe Biden, 107 electoral votes. You need 270 in order to become President of the United States. Here's the current national popular vote, as it currently stands today. President Joe Biden is ahead with 55% to former President Donald Trump with 45%, with 33% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Virginia, it is too close to call with 13 electoral votes at stake. President Joe Biden is currently in the lead in the state of Virginia with 49.8% to former President Donald Trump, 47.6%, with 47% of all precincts reported in the state of Virginia. The state of Virginia is too close to call. In the state of Georgia, it is too close to call with 16 electoral votes at stake. Donald John Trump is currently ahead right now with 49.6% to former President Joe Biden, 45.9%, with 41% of all precincts reported out of the state of Georgia. With 16 electoral votes, the state is too close to call. State of Ohio, 17 electoral votes. It is too close to call. Currently, President Trump is in the lead right now. Joe Biden went behind with 45% to Donald Trump 54%, with 45% of all precincts reporting. The polls had just came in. That's why you can see here that it said Joe Biden was leading. When in retrospect, when we just made this announcement here, Joe Biden was in the lead, but now Donald Trump had overtaken him with new voting count continuously coming in. In the state of Ohio, it is too close to call. In the state of North Carolina, with a 16 electoral votes, we can clearly project that Joe Biden is currently ahead right now with 48.2% to former President Donald Trump, 48.1%. The state of North Carolina is too close to call with a 16 electoral votes at stake, with 49% of all precincts reporting out of the state of North Carolina. Projection of the House of Representatives. Currently, we have the Democrats in the lead for the House of Representatives with 80 House seats, to the Republicans 77 House seats, with 33% of all precincts reporting coming out of the House of Representatives. Here's the current map for the United States Senate with 39 Senate seats for the Democrats, and the Republicans are currently ahead right now with 46 Senate seats for the Republicans. They managed to both gain 8, and currently 36% of all precincts reporting out of the United States Senate. Kamala Harris said that she will not be replacing Biden if he decides to step down at any point in time. She feels that the country is not ready for Kamala Harris to become president of the United States. Currently, we have Donald Trump ahead in electoral vote count with 109 electoral votes. Current President Joe Biden with 107 electoral votes. It is currently 9:56 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, and this is TNN. It is 10 p.m. poll closing in the state of Iowa, Montana, Nevada, and Utah. The polls have closed in all these states. In the state of Iowa, it is too early to call. Donald Trump currently in the lead right now with 62%. His current president, Joe Biden, 38%, with 25% of all precincts reported in the state of Iowa. 6 electoral votes is too early to call. We just had a whole batch of new votes coming in right when the polls closed. We previously had Joe Biden in the lead, but all those polls so far, all those votes that came in, are projecting as of right now that Donald Trump is in the lead, with 25% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Montana's 4 electoral votes, we can clearly project that when the state is finished counting, Donald Trump will win the state of Montana's 4 electoral vote with 42% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Utah, with a 6th electoral vote, when the vote is finished counting with 51% of all precincts reporting, we can project that Donald Trump will carry the state of Utah's 6th electoral votes. In the state of Nevada, with a 6th electoral vote, it is too early to call, with current President Joe Biden in the lead right now with 52.3% to former President Donald Trump with 47.1%, with 32% of all precincts reporting. We have breaking news right now. Merrick Garland has just announced to the Associated Press that Donald John Trump has been disqualified from the presidential race, and Josh Hawley will replace him. We currently have the electoral map stand for Donald Trump, 119 electoral votes, to current President Joe Biden, 107 electoral votes. It is currently 10:15 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. However, Merrick Garland had addressed the nation right now and addressed the Associated Press that the election will continue as going forward, just with a new candidate on the Republican ticket. Josh Hawley will replace Donald Trump as the top Republican ticket, with Nikki Haley as the running mate. It is currently 10:19 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. We can clearly project that it is now official that Josh Hawley will be replacing Donald Trump on the top ticket for the Republican Party. We currently have the Republicans leading in the popular vote with 51% to Joe Biden's 48%. It is currently 10:23 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. And currently in the state of Ohio, we can project that with 17 electoral votes, that Josh Hawley will win the state of Ohio's 17 electoral votes, with 74% of all precincts reporting in the state of Ohio. In the state of Virginia, with its 13 electoral votes, when it's all said and done, Donald Trump has carried the battleground state of Virginia with 13 electoral votes at stake, with 66% of all precincts reporting Joe Biden has won the state of Virginia. We have breaking news coming out of TNN right now. Hawley addresses Trump supporters, trying to hopefully win over some Trump supporters and try to get them to back him and support him as the new nominee for them for the new presidential race. Hawley is saying currently, as of right now, America is now or never. I am here to save us from the liberal agenda. We currently have the national popular vote with Josh Hawley in the lead right now with 53% to the Democrats' 46% in the popular vote. With Josh Hawley currently in the lead in the Electoral College with 136 electoral votes to Joe Biden, 120 electoral votes. It is currently 10:46 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. In the state of Colorado, with its 10 electoral votes, we can clearly project that Joe Biden will carry the state of Colorado 10 electoral votes with 71% of all precincts reporting out of the state of Colorado. In the state of Minnesota, with its 10 electoral votes, we can project that Joe Biden will win here in the state of Minnesota. Was contested by the Trump campaign, but nonetheless, Donald Trump was not able to carry it, continuing the Democratic streak since Jimmy Carter. With 87% of all precincts reporting out of the state of Minnesota, Joe Biden is projected winning in the state of Minnesota. In the state of Iowa, Josh Hawley will win the state of Iowa with a 6 electoral votes at stake, with 67% of all precincts reporting. Iowa will go to Josh Hawley with a 6 electoral votes. In the state of Georgia, with a 16 electoral vote, it is too close to call, with Josh Hawley in the lead here with 50.1% to Joe Biden, 48.7%, with 86% of all precincts reporting. Josh Hawley is currently in the lead in the state of Georgia with 16 electoral votes. I say the state is too close to call. In the state of Wisconsin, with its 10 electoral votes, it is too close to call, with Josh Hawley also in the lead with 53.4% to Joe Biden's 46.6%. With 74% of all precincts reporting, the state of Wisconsin is too close to call. In Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District, we can clearly project that Joe Biden will win the 1 electoral vote. Joe Biden will carry Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District with 93% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Maine, with its 2 electoral votes at stake, we have Joe Biden in the winner in the state of Maine overall, with 96% of all precincts reporting. Joe Biden will win Maine for 2 electoral votes. To road to 270, we currently have Joe Biden in the lead here with 143 electoral votes to Josh Hawley 142. If you may have remembered, Josh Hawley has replaced Donald Trump as Donald Trump has been disqualified from the race and his running mate is Nikki Haley. Projection for the House of Representatives, but the Republicans are currently ahead in the House of Representatives with 118 House seats to the Democrats' 85 House seats, with 48% of all precincts reporting out of all the districts in the nation. In the United States Senate, we currently have a big flip for the Republican Party with 9 Senate seats total going to the Democrats, to the Republicans, with 47 Senate seats for the Republicans and 41 Senate seats for the Democrats. 51 is needed for control of the United States Senate, with 48% of all precincts reporting. It is currently 11 p.m. poll closing in the state of Idaho, California, Oregon, and Washington. In the state of California, when it's finished counting, we can clearly project that Joe Biden will be the winner in the state of California with his 54 electoral votes. Joe Biden will win the state of California with 54 electoral votes with 34% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Oregon, when it's finished counting, we can clearly project that Joe Biden will win their 8 electoral votes with 52% of all precincts reporting out of the state of Oregon. In the state of Idaho, with his 4 electoral votes, we can clearly project that Josh Hawley will win the state of Idaho's 4 electoral votes with 37% of all precincts reporting out of the state of Idaho. In the state of Washington, with his 12 electoral votes, we can clearly project out of the state of Washington that Joe Biden will be the projected winner in the state of Washington 12 electoral vote with 48% of all precincts reporting. TNM right now, Biden announcement will be starting in 5 minutes. We currently have Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris talking as they wait for President Joe Biden to address the nation. There's potential whistleblower or potential rumors that Joe Biden might concede to Josh Hawley, as Josh Hawley is currently in the lead in a lot of battleground states right now. They are projecting that potentially that there's potential rumors right now saying that Josh Hawley might receive a phone call from current President Joe Biden conceding the race to him, as he is currently in the lead in many battleground states. It is currently 11:25 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, with currently Joe Biden ahead in the Electoral College with 217 electoral votes to Josh Hawley 146. Joe Biden is currently leading the popular vote with 50 to Josh Hawley's 49. Here's the current projection for the House of Representatives. The Republicans are currently leading in the House of Representatives with 190 House seats for the Republicans and 187 for the Democrats, with 59% of all precincts reporting. In the United States Senate, the Republicans managed to flip 2 Senate seats in their favor. The Republicans are currently standing at 48 Senate seats to the Democrats' 47, with 60% of all precincts reporting out of the United States Senate. In the state of Wisconsin, a big blow to Joe Biden's blue wall or path to victory to the White House. Josh Hawley has won the state of Wisconsin 10 electoral votes, with 94% of all precincts reported. We can clearly project that when the state is finished counting, Josh Hawley will win the state of Wisconsin 10 electoral votes. In the state of New Mexico, with his 5 electoral votes, Joe Biden will carry the state of New Mexico's 5 electoral votes, with 74% of all precincts reporting. Joe Biden will carry the state of New Mexico's 5 electoral votes. We have breaking news from TNN. We have Biden's announcement is expected to start in 1 minute. We currently have the electoral college. President Joe Biden currently stands at 222 to Josh Hawley 156, with Josh Hawley leading in the popular vote by 50% to Joe Biden 49. It is currently 11:29 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. There's potentially reporting going on right now that Florida might be called shortly, so we're expecting and watching that race very closely. In the state of Florida, we can clearly project with a 30 electoral vote. Josh Hawley will win the state of Florida's 30 electoral votes, with 95% of all precincts reporting when the vote is all counted. We can project that Josh Hawley will win the state of Florida's 30 electoral votes. In the state of Georgia, with 16 electoral votes at stake, another battleground state Joe Biden is expected to win here in the state of Georgia with his 16 electoral votes. Joe Biden will carry Georgia's 16 electoral votes with 98% of all precincts reporting. In the state of Texas, with 40 electoral votes at stake here, the state is too close to call, with 93% of all precincts reporting. Josh Hawley currently in the lead in the state of Texas with 51.8% to current President Joe Biden, 48.1%. The road to 270, Joe Biden currently in the lead right now with 238 electoral votes to Josh Hawley, 186 electoral votes. You need 270 in order to become President of the United States. We have breaking news from TNN right now. Biden says and made the announcement to the nation right now, saying, if I win, I will be a one-term president, continuing the promise that he had made on the campaign trail back in 2020. He said, if I win tonight, I will be retiring, keeping a promise that I made back in 2020. Joe Biden is currently in the lead right now with 238 electoral votes to Josh Hawley, 186. It is currently 11:59 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. The question that now remains on a lot of people's minds is who will be replacing President Joe Biden, as Kamala Harris had announced to the nation earlier ago that she is not interested in replacing Joe Biden if he decides to step down. So the question remains now for the Democrats, who will replace Biden? Well, he just answered our question. It's now currently 12 a.m. on the Eastern Coast here. It is November 6th. President Joe Biden had nominated Pete Buttigieg to replace him on the ticket. If Joe Biden is projected winner tonight, we can project that Pete Buttigieg will become the 47th president of the United States if Joe Biden wins tonight. Currently, right now, we have Josh Hawley in the lead of the popular vote with 49% to Joe Biden's 48%, with Joe Biden in the lead in the electoral college with 238 electoral votes to Josh Hawley, 186. In the state of Arizona, it's too close to call with 11 electoral votes at stake here, with 95% of all precincts reporting. Josh Hawley's in the lead right now with 50.1% to Joe Biden, 49.9%. Here's the current map projection for the House of Representatives. We have the Democrats. We just got more reporting in right now. The Democrats are ahead with 210 House seats. To the Republican, 200 House seats. You see here right now, it says leading for the Republicans. They were just leading a moment ago, but right now, we just got new polls and new races had just been projected as the winner for the Democrats with 210 House seats, with 71% of all precincts reporting. Right now, they're projecting, when all the districts are finished counting, we are projecting a very close margin in the House of Representatives. In the United States Senate, we can clearly project that when all said and done, that the Democrats will carry and flip the United States Senate. They have currently stand at 50 Senate seats to 48 to the Republicans, with the Republicans flipping 2 and the Democrats flipping 1. With 72% of all precincts reporting from the United States Senate, we can clearly project that the Democrats will flip the United States Senate. Here at the current projection, the Democrats are now at 52 Senate seats to the Republicans' 48 Senate seats, with the Democrats managing to flip 1 Senate seat away from the Republicans, and the Republicans managing to flip 2 away from the Democrats. With 72% of all precincts reporting, we can clearly project now that the United States Senate has flipped in favor of the Democratic Party. It's currently 12 a.m. poll closing on the East Coast right now in the state of Hawaii and Alaska. In the state of Hawaii, with 4 electoral votes, President Joe Biden is the projected winner here in the state of Hawaii with its 4 electoral votes, with 39% of all precincts reporting Joe Biden is expected to win the state. In the state of Nevada, it is too close to call, with Joe Biden currently in the lead right now with 6 electoral votes at stake, with 52.5% to 47.4%, with 89% of all precincts reporting out of the state of Nevada, with 6 electoral votes at stake. Michigan, with 15 electoral votes, the state is too close to call. Current President Joe Biden is ahead right now with 51% of the vote to Josh Hawley's 48.3%, with 90% of all precincts reported in the state of Michigan. In the state of Pennsylvania, with its 19 electoral votes at stake, current President Joe Biden is in the lead right now, very narrowly. The state is too close to call, with 91% of all precincts reporting. Joe Biden is ahead right now with 49.9% to Josh Hawley's 49.8%. In the state of Alaska, we can project that Josh Hawley will carry the 3 electoral votes, with 68% of all precincts reporting. Josh Hawley will carry the state of Alaska's 3 electoral votes. In the state of Texas, we can project the battleground state of Texas. Josh Hawley will carry their 40 electoral votes. Josh Hawley will win Texas 40 electoral votes, with 89% of all precincts reporting. We have breaking news out of TNN right now. Donald Trump is currently at a rally or somewhere. He is addressing his supporters. He said right now to the news media, "Stop the vote, burn it down now." We're not exactly sure what is going on here, who he's specifically talking to, but Donald Trump is clearly making his opinion known that he wants the vote to stop counting. Currently, right now, we have the Electoral College currently stand at 242 electoral votes to President Joe Biden and 229 electoral votes to Senator Josh Hawley, with Josh Hawley currently in the lead right now in the popular vote with 48% to Josh Hawley and Joe Biden at 48% as well. There's potential rumors right now that Trump is urging supporters to take everything out, including potentially people. It is currently 12:30 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. It is now official that Democrats have nominated Pete Buttigieg to replace Joe Biden when he retires or when he wins. If he is elected by the people, by the American public, Pete Buttigieg will be replacing him and will become the 47th president if Joe Biden is reelected tonight. It is currently 12:37 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. In the state of North Carolina, with the 16 electoral votes, we can clearly project out of the state of North Carolina, Senator Josh Hawley will carry the state of North Carolina's 16 electoral votes with 95% of all precincts reporting. We can clearly project that the national popular vote, as it currently stands right now, Josh Hawley is ahead in the popular vote by 48.9% to Joe Biden 48.6%, with 79% of all precincts reporting in the national popular vote. In terms of the House of Representatives, we can now clearly project that the Democrats will carry this and flip the House of Representatives with 227 House seats to the Republican 203 House seats. The Republicans have lost 21 House seats total, and the Democrats have managed to flip back 21 House seats. It is currently 79% of all precincts reporting out of the House of Representatives. We can now clearly project that when the House of Representatives we can now clearly project that the House of Representatives are won by the Democrats with 230 House seats to the Republicans 203 House seats. The Democrats have managed so far to flip 24 House seats. We can now officially project that the Democrats have flipped the House of Representatives with 218 needed for control. Right now, the Democrats currently stand at 230 House seats. Here's the current map to 270. We currently have Josh Hawley with 245 electoral votes. He is currently in the lead against current President Joe Biden with 242 electoral votes. We have four states left. They will be the deciding vote for who will become the next president of the United States. Breaking news out of TNN right now. It is 12:59 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. There's reporting going on from the Arizona polling station that Trump supporters are hearing his message, and you can see in the background right now that they have blown up the polling station in Arizona. There is chanting going on saying "Death to Democracy," and we currently have the projection right now for the Electoral College vote for Josh Hawley with 245 electoral votes to current President Joe Biden 242 electoral votes. Joe Biden is currently ahead right now in the popular vote with 49% to Josh Hawley's 48%. In the state of Arizona's 11 electoral votes, we can clearly project in the state of Arizona's 11 electoral votes, Senator Josh Hawley will carry the state of Arizona's 11 electoral votes with 99% of all precincts reporting. This is the second flip of the night. Arizona has gone to Josh Hawley. And here at the final projection map for the House of Representatives, we can now clearly state that the Democrats will increase their majority here with 235 House seats, with 28 House seats flipping to the Democrats, and the Republicans currently now at 203 House seats. 218 needed for control. We have breaking news from TNN right now. We have 5 poll workers shot and many injured. It is currently 1:26 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. Biden is telling Trump supporters to stand down. Trump is currently tweeting, "Don't stop, defend our country." Josh Hawley is currently ahead right now with 256 electoral votes to current President Joe Biden, 242 electoral votes. Joe Biden is currently ahead right now with 49% in the popular vote. This is Penn Station right now is reporting that there are some injured poll workers due to violence that has occurred due to the Electoral College and the removal of Donald Trump from the race. We have breaking news out of TNN right now. It's 1:47 a.m. Eastern Time. There is now reported and videotaped of people calling themselves, quote, Trump Army. Biden, there's potential debate right now if Biden should declare martial law in the country to potentially have the military step in and take control of the chaos until after inauguration. Trump has tweeted online and has done multiple videos on multiple social media sites. They took your voice, take your country back. Josh Hawley right now is currently in the lead with electoral vote count with 256 electoral votes to current President Joe Biden, 242 electoral votes. Joe Biden currently ahead right now with 49% in the popular vote. In the state of Nevada, we can clearly project when the state is finished counting, Joe Biden will carry Nevada's 6th electoral votes. Joe Biden is the projected winner in the state of Nevada. We have breaking news out of TNM right now. They are chanting, quote, New Americana. And this is coming out of the state of Pennsylvania, and specifically in the Philadelphia region. Right now we have the electoral vote count at 256 electoral votes for Josh Hawley and 248 electoral votes for President Joe Biden, with Joe Biden currently in the lead right now with 49% and Josh Hawley at 47%. It is currently 1:47 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. Trump had just recently tweeted, 1776, go, 1776, go now. The group wants direct conflict with the American military, said Professor. We currently have breaking news out of TNN right now. It's 2:02 a.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. It is currently November 6th on the Kremlin, Moscow, Russia. Putin has congratulated Donald Trump on his victory. The National Guard has been called in by the DOJ to protect all polling stations across the nation. Currently, Josh Hawley is in the lead in electoral vote count with 256 electoral votes to current President Joe Biden, 248 electoral votes, with Joe Biden currently ahead right now with 50% of the popular vote to Josh Hawley's 47%. We have breaking news coming out right now. Pastors from a priest or a pastor, they are saying that Trump is the Jesus of our time. It is currently 2:22 a.m. on the Eastern Coast, and this is taking place in a Christian church. It is 256 electoral votes for current Senator Josh Hawley and 248 electoral votes for current President Joe Biden. In the state of Michigan and Pennsylvania, it is too close to call at this time. In the state of Michigan, it is too close to call with its 15 electoral votes at stake. President Joe Biden currently in the lead right now with 50.8% to Josh Hawley's 49.1%. 93% of all precincts reporting out of the state of Michigan with its 15 electoral votes at stake. In the state of Pennsylvania with its 19 electoral votes, the state is currently too close to call. Josh Hawley currently leading in the state of Pennsylvania with 49.9% to Joe Biden's 48.8% of the vote, with 94% of all precincts reporting. Here's the current map to the road to 270 with 256 electoral votes for Josh Hawley and 248 electoral votes for President Joe Biden. Here's the current national popular vote as it currently stands right now. Joe Biden is currently ahead with 50% of the popular vote to 47.8% for Josh Hawley, with 95% of all precincts reporting. We have breaking news coming out of TNN right now. Trump has just called Epstein Hawley, or Josh Hawley as Epstein, and is calling Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. Josh Hawley currently stands at 256 electoral votes to current President Joe Biden's 248 electoral votes. There's a report right now coming out right now that Pope Francis is expected to make an appearance at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. On top of attack again, Josh Hawley and Sleepy Joe is starting to rile up the crowd. It was currently 2:42 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. We have more reporting coming out of Donald Trump talking to his military, so to speak, quote, Donald Trump is telling them to take them out now. We're not exactly sure what he's referring to. He said that they took everything from us, now let's do the same to them. The question is now that's pondering a lot of people's mind is what is Trump hinting at, said Professor. It is currently 2:50 a.m. on the Eastern Coast, with Josh Hawley currently in the lead right now with 256 electoral votes to Joe Biden 248 electoral votes. Joe Biden currently leading in the popular vote with 50% of the vote to 47%. We also have breaking news coming out of the state of Pennsylvania polling station. There's attempt made to steal the ballots and try to sway the vote in one way or the other. Right now, Josh Hawley is in the lead right now with 256 electoral votes to current President Joe Biden 248. With Joe Biden currently in the lead right now in the popular vote with 50% to 47% for Josh Hawley. Biden is right now currently leading in the state of Michigan and Pennsylvania. Investigators believe that Trump may have inspired the death, but insufficient information is needed before they can make a direct determination on what have caused the outburst of potential death to be attempted. It is currently 2:53 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. We have breaking news coming out of TNN right now. Donald Trump but he's talking to his supporters. He is saying that they should start exercising the use of their Second Amendment and use it to the full extent. Hawley has taken the lead in the state of Pennsylvania right now, and Trump has directly called on the people to take on. But Joe Biden is currently in the lead right now in the popular vote with 50% to Josh Hawley's 47%, with Josh Hawley currently standing at 256 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 248 electoral votes. It is currently 2:56 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. We have more breaking news coming out right now coming out of TNM right now. Multiple mass shooters on the loose right now, so definitely we recommend you stay indoors at all times, as it is unsafe to go out at this time. Josh Hawley is currently in the lead right now with 256 electoral votes to Joe Biden 248 electoral votes. Joe Biden currently leading in the popular vote. There's potential rumors right now that there are talk that the Patriot Front may have supplied these shooters. Investigators say nothing is to be determined just yet. Nothing is 100% until they can confirm it. It is currently 2:58 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. In the state of Michigan, where there's 15 electoral votes, when it's all said and done, we can project that Joe Biden will carry Michigan's 15 electoral votes with 100% of all precincts reported. Michigan has gone to Joe Biden. With the electoral vote count currently stands, Joe Biden currently leading an electoral vote count with 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes. You need 270 to become president of the United States. Joe Biden currently leading in the popular vote with 49% to Josh Hawley's 47%. There's breaking news right now with Pope Francis saying, beware of the Antichrist motives, and it is currently 3:15 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. We potentially believe that Pope Francis might be hinting or responding to a pastor that was made and claimed that Donald Trump was the savior of our time. We have breaking news coming out of TNM right now. We have Empowered by Trump's Words Day riot. There's riots going on in the streets right now, so if you are out right now, we recommend that you stay indoors at all times, as the National Guard is now starting to patrol the area. Joe Biden is currently in the head right now in an electoral college count with 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes. Joe Biden is currently leading the popular vote with 51% to Josh Hawley's 48%. It is currently 3:17 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. We believe that this is a right-wing nationalist group that is starting to rise, but there is no confirmation, but we can clearly say most likely it is, just based on what they are carrying with them. Breaking news coming out of TNM right now. It is currently 3:18 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. We have police officers siding with white supremacists, so definitely stay indoors and just try to keep your family safe. So currently we have Joe Biden in the lead right now with 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes. President Joe Biden currently in the lead right now in the popular vote with 49% to Josh Hawley's 47%. DOJ, Merrick Garland is to propose a nationwide curfew where you guys have to stay indoors until otherwise stated. It is currently 3:18 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. Breaking news right now on Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland has just told the Associated Press that a nationwide curfew is now in effect. Joe Biden is currently leading in the popular vote by 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes. It is currently November 6th, and it is 3:19 a.m. Eastern Time. We have some breaking news right now out of the state of Pennsylvania. Be crucial to the Biden camp for re-election, and it'll be crucial to the Josh Hawley campaign to make sure that he maintains his lead until the very end. The question is, on a lot of pundits' mind, is who is going to win this election. It's all eyes on the state of Pennsylvania with 19 electoral votes at stake. There's also other reports saying that Trump rioters are openly carrying rifles in states that allow it. This includes polling stations. Talking about the open carry gun law loophole in the state of Pennsylvania, the question that you all have in your mind right now is, what is open carry? And open carry is basically where citizens within the state of where open carry is allowed, they can carry their guns and rifles with them anywhere they go, as long as they either have a license, depending on the state's laws, or if they do not require a license to carry a gun wherever they go in a specific state. It's a state-by-state basis, but in the state of Pennsylvania, they can be allowed to carry their rifle anywhere they want, as long as it's not inside of a school. And some polling places do take place inside of a school, but in this aspect, we're talking about those potentialities of where Pennsylvanians who are trying to use rifles as a form of voter intimidation to try to prevent people from going out to vote out of fear of their own safety. And so that is one of the loopholes that we're discussing on today's show, is how the loophole in Pennsylvania is going to really dramatically affect, and you can already see earlier on, we already talked about how a lot of people were injured, poll workers specifically, 5 were injured and many were hurt, and even polling places were burned down to the ground because of a certain vote is too radicalized to even understand that, when you become too radical, you start to think not about others, but about yourself and your own self-interest. And so in the theory of open carry can lead to a situation of dangerous and unsafety for the public, really. And so we are advising anybody who lives in the state of Pennsylvania to definitely stay home for the next couple of days. And if you are a poll worker, definitely make sure that you are okay and safe, and definitely check your surroundings and outside perimeter at the polling station, as there's potentiality for them to be patrolling that area just because of the law allows them to do so. But that does not prevent them from potentially putting you in harm's way. There has been talk by a professor recently, Professor Berkowitz, who have openly stated that a potential gun showdown may erupt as votes are still being counted in the state of Pennsylvania, and because of that, there may be very dangerous precedent being set going forward. It is currently 4:31 a.m. on the Eastern Coast, and Joe Biden currently is at 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes. Joe Biden currently is leading in the popular vote by 51% to Josh Hawley's 48%. Breaking news to you right now, Biden told the nation to stand down. We are live to you from the White House headquarters. Right-wing extremists are trying to incite the left-wing extremist group to start rioting first. It is currently 4:44 a.m. on the Eastern Coast, and Biden is currently leading in the popular vote and in the Electoral College. The road to 270, you need 270 to become president of the United States. Biden is currently leading with 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes. In the state of Pennsylvania, it is too close to call with 19 electoral votes at stake. President Joe Biden and Josh Hawley are currently tied, but Josh Hawley is leading nonetheless by a few hundred votes. The state is too close to call with 97% of all precincts reporting. Here's the current national popular vote. Joe Biden is currently leading the popular vote by 51.8% over Josh Hawley with 48.2%, with 98% of all precincts reporting nationwide. Here's the current projection for the House of Representatives. The Democrats have flipped the House of Representatives in their favor with 235 seats, a net gain of 28 seats from the Republican Party, who won back in 2022. Here's the current projection for the United States Senate. The Democrats had also made a big flip in the United States Senate, flipping back control into the Democratic Party with 52 seats, managing to flip one Republican seat Democrat, while the Republicans managed to flip two Democrat seats to the Republican Party, with 94% of all precincts reporting. We have some breaking news right now coming from the Trump headquarters. Trump is currently saying to his supporters that this is a stolen election, and he is saying it is stolen from him specifically. It's currently 8:46 on the East Coast. Joe Biden is currently leading the popular vote by 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes, with Joe Biden currently leading in the popular vote. Trump has stated repeatedly that no matter the results, it was stolen from me, from us, for a second time. We have some breaking news coming out to you right now. Donald Trump has repeatedly said to supporters at his Trump headquarters, if you're looking for a sign, this is it. Trump urged all extremist groups to take action and stop the vote, including QAnon. It is currently 8:47 a.m. on the East Coast, and this is breaking news at TNN. We have some breaking news coming to you right now. Donald Trump has called upon the Supreme Court to take a step in on the election. Trump called on the Supreme Court to take action, or, quote, they will. It is currently 8:49 a.m. on the East Coast. We have some breaking news coming to you right now from Senator Josh Hawley, the Republican candidate for the presidency of the United States. Senator Josh Hawley said, quote, if I lose, Trump lost, not me. Currently, President Biden trailing Josh Hawley in the state of Pennsylvania by 34,654 votes. Senator Hawley said, remember you voted for Trump, not me. If I lose, he lost, not me. Professor Berkowitz has made a repeated comment saying that this is a way for Josh Hawley to separate himself from the losing candidate, which in this case will be Donald John Trump, and that Senator Josh Hawley is just temporarily taking his place. And if he loses tonight, he's basically saying that I didn't lose. This was not my election to win or to lose. I'm just helping you guys out, and I plan to become the president in 2028. Well, that remains to be seen. It is currently 9:07 a.m. on the East Coast here, and Biden is still currently in the lead in the popular vote with 88 million votes over Josh Hawley's 83 million votes. We have some breaking news coming to you right now. The state of Pennsylvania has 17,782 votes left. The state of Pennsylvania has 17,782 votes left to count to decide who will be the next president of the United States. With 19 electoral votes up for grab, who will become the next president of the United States, Joe Biden or Josh Hawley? Currently, Joe Biden has retaken the lead in the state of Pennsylvania with 50.1% over Senator Josh Hawley with 49.9%, with 98% of all precincts reporting. It is currently 11:56 a.m. on the East Coast. We have some breaking news coming to you in the state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania GOP lawmakers plan to challenge the result of Pennsylvania's counting. However, by law, the state of Pennsylvania will go through an automatic recount. GOP members are only saying that they will challenge the results if President Joe Biden wins the state of Pennsylvania. It is currently 9:48 a.m. on the East Coast. Currently, Joe Biden is leading the popular vote by 51% over Josh Hawley's 48%. Joe Biden currently in the lead in the Electoral College with 263 electoral votes to Josh Hawley's 256 electoral votes. Here we have the Pennsylvania popular vote with 19 electoral votes at stake here. President Joe Biden has managed to expand upon his lead currently in the state of Pennsylvania with 100% of all precincts reporting. We can confidently say that Pennsylvania has gone to Joe Biden. Joe Biden has won the state of Pennsylvania with his 19 electoral votes with 100% of all precincts reporting. President Joe Biden has won re-election. President Joe Biden has won re-election. The road to 270, you need 270 to become elected president or to be re-elected. Joe Biden currently stands at 282 electoral votes to Senator Josh Hawley's 256 electoral vote. Joe Biden will go on to be re-elected to the presidency of the United States, and Josh Hawley will go on as a losing candidate who replaced a candidate who ended up losing, regardless. President Joe Biden has been re-elected as the 46th President of the United States. We have some breaking news to you coming to you right now. President Biden will resign on January 20th, 2025. And this is coming straight from the Oval Office, White House. It is currently 3:33 p.m. on the East Coast. Joe Biden currently won the Electoral College. He has been re-elected as President of the United States with 282 electoral votes over Josh Hawley with 256 electoral votes. Biden has signed his resignation letter effective on January 20th, 2025 at noon. We have some breaking news to you coming to you right now. Pete Buttigieg will be taking Biden's place after he resigns on January 20th, 2025. Pete Buttigieg will be taking Biden's place, and he will be the first president in history who has never been elected to the Oval Office besides General Ford. He will also be the first openly gay president in the United States. It is currently 3:34 p.m. on the East Coast. President Biden is still currently leading in the popular vote with 51% over Senator Josh Hawley with 48% in the popular vote. Biden has won the Electoral College. He has won re-election with 282 electoral votes over Senator Josh Hawley with 256 electoral votes. Pete Buttigieg will be sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. It is currently 3:36 p.m. on the East Coast. We have some breaking news coming to you right now. It's currently November 7th, Pennsylvania polling station. Pennsylvania recount still showed a President Biden win. It is currently 3:40 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. President Biden has been re-elected as President of the United States with 282 electoral votes. Pennsylvania was the state that put him over the top. 270 is what you need in order to become President of the United States. Obama had called Biden, Harris, and Buttigieg on election win to congratulate them. Pennsylvania recount still showed that Biden won the state. It is currently 3:40 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. We got some breaking news coming to you right now. The Supreme Court upholds Biden's win. So the Supreme Court will not be taking the Republican GOP challenge to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will uphold the election. It is currently 3:45 p.m. on the East Coast, and President-elect Buttigieg will be speaking to Biden supporters very soon. We have some breaking news coming to you right now from Twitter. Senator Josh Hawley had tweeted, "I have called President Biden and President-elect Buttigieg to congratulate them on their victory against former President Trump. I told President Buttigieg I look forward to challenging him in the 2028 presidential election." President Hawley 2028. Senator Josh Hawley has conceded the race. He will be the first Republican nominee to concede the race to the Democrat since President Obama back in 2012 with Mitt Romney. Also, breaking news coming to you right now. There was a photo that was just leaked on Twitter that showed Donald Trump is preparing a military showdown. The question that remains on Professor Berkowitz's mind is he wants to know, why is Donald Trump trying to replicate 1776 when there is no monarchy, there is no British monarchy, there is no king, there is no British Empire to go again. So how is he going to do this? That remains to be seen. But nonetheless, this is not 1776 animated. This is a new version of the type of energy that is more iconic to a country that is in upheaval. Senator Josh Hawley loses to President Joe Biden by 26 electoral votes. It is currently 4:07 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. We also breaking news coming to you right now. It is currently 4:08 on the East Coast, and President-elect Pete Buttigieg's speech has been postponed. And that is because there's a report coming out from Twitter from the photo leak that Trump is trying to prepare his militia for a direct conflict. Pete Buttigieg's speech has been postponed due to a potential assassination plot that has been found. Got some more breaking news coming from you from Twitter. Kevin McCarthy, the minority leader. It is currently November 7th at 4:10 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. Kevin McCarthy has tweeted to Twitter, "I am proud to announce that me and my colleagues have gotten more than 1/5 of objections in both the House and the Senate per the Reform Electoral Count Act of 2022. We are now objecting the 2024 presidential election because the people have the right to know who really won." The Electoral Count Act 2022 objected. We have some breaking news coming to you right now from Atlanta, Georgia. We have 17 states under domestic violence. 4 are dead. Currently 4:22 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. There are reports right now of domestic terrorist attacks are rampant across 13 U.S. states. 4 people are found dead and 36 are badly wounded. The U.S. military is expected to intervene. Here's the current national popular vote in the Electoral College. President Joe Biden won with 89,125,813 million votes over Senator Josh Hawley's 83,102,384 million votes. President Joe Biden ended up winning with 51.7% in the popular vote over Senator Josh Hawley's 48.3% in the popular vote, with 100% of all precincts reporting. We have some breaking news coming to you live right now from TNN. It is currently 4:24 p.m. on the Eastern Coast. President Biden has declared martial law across the entire continental United States. President Biden has won the popular vote by 3.4% over Senator Josh Hawley. President Biden has declared martial law nationwide until January 21st, 2025. President Biden has won the United States election with 282 electoral votes and also carried the popular vote with 51%